Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the board for the final FIBA World Cup show that we have for you guys. It's been a successful tournament so far, and we are looking to finish with a bang. Thank you, everybody, for your patience in waiting for this stream. We were just trying to make sure we had enough to put the show out today. And it became a decision of if we wanted to wait and have the 3 games with lines available become a little bit sharper. We think the final could be sharp as well because a lot of people may be looking to bet on the final. Or if we want to go live today and get the better lines on the 3 games other than the final. And that is what we decided to do. So we have the 2 classification games that are happening tomorrow. And we do have the 3rd place game where lines are already available between Canada and USA. A bit of a shock to have those 2 in the 3rd place game. But there are 2 bets that we have coming today. But Pips, maybe to hear from yourself as well, maybe you want to go through why you're choosing to not wait for the final, for the lines for the final to go up, why you want to go with the 3 games that we have.
Yeah, I just found 2 good spots, and I don't think they will be there tomorrow, or possibly could be, but we'll miss the game. So I don't know if the finals game. I don't know what the edge going to be in the finals. So why not?
All right, so we do have 2 plays coming up. And first of all, we have one for one of the classification games. We have Italy involved, and we're going with Luigi Datome. I'm going to assume that's how you pronounce it. I am Italian, so Luigi Datome, probably how you could say that. Over 8.5 points for plus 100 odds at BetMGM. And the second play that we have here, a heartbreak for myself to have to say, but Canada in the 3rd place game. We're going to go with Lou Dort under 8.5 points for minus 135 odds, also available at BetMGM. Canada just got outplayed flat out by Serbia today. We'll talk about that game a little bit later on. But before that, let's talk about the picks here. Why do you want to go, first of all, into the Italian game to get Datome over 8.5?
I think this is a farewell game for Luigi Datome for their team, for Italy. Fontecchio was out the last game, and their first option scoring was Luigi Datome. He's the guy that's usually just firing up. So I expect him to just, if it like some media coverage of Italy said they will play for him, so he's like 35 years old. The last tour for him, and last game he scored 20 points. So Slovenia wing defense probably the worst at the tour. So if he has the green light without Fontecchio, yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of think double-digit scoring is on the way. Also, so even before that game, he had 10 points against Serbia in only 13 minutes, and then had 11 points against Puerto Rico in 16 minutes. And last game against Latvia, he played 22 minutes without Fontecchio and scored 20 points. So yeah, I just think farewell game is always like green light. If he gets 10 field goal attempts, 8.5 should be like easy to cover. And especially, defense of Slovenia, and also high scoring game. Not much important game, so defense won't even try that much. So yeah, I like Luigi Datome, especially at plus 100.
Yeah, I was going to ask a little bit, how much does motivation factor into the handicap here? Because these are classification games for the 5 to 8 seeds, but Olympic qualification is not on the line here. These games are, to me, looking at it, convinced me that they're not irrelevant games. Like, does Doncic want to risk injury in this one and other good players? What's your take on that?
Yeah, so I'm only taking the player that I know have motivation.
It's last game for Italy, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the move here in value, and yeah, if no one cares and they all want to work for the Datome to have a good game, I think this is a huge value. Yeah, okay, I was checking with some Italian news reporters and Twitter accounts, and they said Fontecchio should be out and they should play for the Datome. So yeah, that's why I'm taking this one.
Okay, very interesting to see that one. Let's go to the Canada game here, and maybe perhaps the motivation factor playing a bit of a part here. Maybe Canada stretched their lineup a little bit. Although bronze on the line, I think both teams will go not quite 100%, but maybe 80, 90%. But what do you like about the Lou Dort play to go under the 8.5?
So far at the tournament, 7 points against France, 17 against Brazil, and until only the game he went over. Then 3 points against Spain, 3 points against Serbia and 8 points against the terrible defense of Slovenia, wing defense. So he's under in 4 out of the 5, not even close in most of the games. And now playing Team USA that's switching, he doesn't have an edge mismatch that he can attack besides Brunson on this team of the USA. They won't help on the drives, on pick and roll, so he won't get wide open corner threes. That's the only way he was scoring so far in the tournament. So yeah, I think 8.5 is 2 points too high, maybe 1, but could be 2 points too high. He'll play 20 minutes. USA needs to defend better in this game if they want to win a medal. And yeah, I just think they will play small and switch everything, and that will take away Dort's game. So yeah, I just yeah, he was, especially in the last 3 games, he was non-existent on offensive part of the game. He shot 5, 4, 4 field goal attempts. That's too low for his. So first of all, he's the worst layup. He has the worst efficiency on layups in the entire NBA, and he is terrible shooter. So how is he going to score? He just needs to get super hot on some crazy stuff, and I don't think with 4 or 5 field goal attempts that he can cover this line. That's it. Simple.
Yeah, it makes sense. Unfortunately, Dort, did not have a great game today against Serbia. He was a very good player earlier on in the tournament. As you mentioned, he had that 17-point game, but so far just has not quite, or today at least, just was not quite there for the player. So understand going with the under here. These ones have been absolutely blasted, these 2 plays we've given out. I'm seeing the mentions in the chat about that, but if these do become available, keep a look out on various sports books. Pips, are there any in particular that you're aware of? And also, is there a specific level of odds that you would play this to? Like yesterday, we had the one where you play up to minus 140. This one, any odd number you would play it up to?
Dort up to minus 140. The Tome, yeah, I don't know, like any line. Actually, I just think he will smash like double-digit scoring. So, yeah.
Okay, so just you're really, really confident that Tommy. So when those come back, when those become available once again, that specifically is one to really, really look out for. So take that into consideration, everybody. Sean Glenn asked about Dort under 1.5 steals at plus 110. Any handicap on the steal factor for Dort in this one?
Yeah, I don't know. Like against Serbia, he had 3. The rest of the game 0-1-0. So I don't bet. I'll say like I don't bet steals. I don't bet
high variance.
Usual high variance, and just like you are not deep analyst, you're just hoping the ball will bounce in their way. Yeah, if you are like playing, I don't know. Like that's difficult. Like
yeah, understood.
Some high turnover prone team against, okay, maybe like if you have a rookie that's never been under some pressure, so in NBA, but in the FIBA World Cup, that's just, for my personal experience, that's just guessing game. There is value in some numbers, but I don't do betting like that.
Makes sense. And before we go here and wrap up our FIBA World Cup coverage, let's talk a little bit about the final because it is such an interesting game. Pre-tournament, Germany were mentioned by you as one of your dark horses to win the tournament. They're 1 game away from doing that. But a team that you said was really only looking for Olympic qualification has been outstanding in this tournament. The game they blew to Italy earlier on in the tournament maybe was a bit of a wake-up call because they were excellent against Canada today, thoroughly deserving of the win. What do you see going on for the final?
So, yeah, I had Germany as dark horse, and they showed up. In the game where we were like intro to the World Cup, I had Germany as dark horse, and they are in the finals. Yeah, they played great today, exploited every problems of USA defense. But Serbia against Italy I think they were up like 18 points mid
It was 16,
quarter,
but yeah.
16 or 18.
Yeah.
And they just blew it up and played. Bogdan Bogdanovic was 1 from 13 from 3-point line. Like, yeah.
I had it over on him in that game. That wasn't a fun one.
Everything stopped for them. And just Bogi was forcing shots and he couldn't get anything, and he actually brought Italy back to the game. And then the next couple of games, Bogi was like playing perfect games, didn't shot much, made everything he took. So yeah, under control Bogdan, and Serbia playing so organized, great on defense. Yeah, they're playing like the best team. Like they're not maybe most talented like individuals,
Oh yeah.
but they are great cohesion, great defense, and yeah, they did great in transition against Canada. Canada transition defense was awful.
Oh, they're horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
yeah, yeah. And as I said on the last show, I actually was thinking about betting Shea under. I mentioned it. Yeah, it was so easy. Like they are just Miltino was high on the pick and rolls. They double teamed him, and he couldn't do anything.
They
And
did a great job. Sorry to interrupt. They did a great job taking away his entire game, like not even letting him get the ball. And whenever he had it, like super uncomfortable. It was excellent defense.
And yeah, Alex Avramovic did some great reps on the ball, and he is probably the best defender, perimeter defender in the entire World Cup. So he did give Shea a lot of troubles.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the players that are missing from Serbia in this tournament here. Sorry, I don't have. Oh, wait, I'll read it out here. Jokic is not here. Micic is not here. Boban Marjanovic not here. Teodosic, Pokusevski, Kalinic, Lukic, all not here for Serbia. All of these, like some NBA talent, some great European players, not here.
Some were not even in the plans, but yeah, Kalinic, Jokic, and Micic are just huge players for them.
So at the Olympics, they're gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, they are in the finals, so they are already a problem.
I'm saying when they get to the Olympics, Jokic's gonna be there probably, and maybe these other guys as well. They're already a problem without these guys. So yeah, don't sleep on them. We won't be sleeping on them at the Olympics in Paris 2024. That's for sure. But prediction for the final, you have Germany playing excellent basketball. I would say slightly more talented against a Serbia team that's just playing outstanding team basketball. What's your prediction for the final? Who's gonna win?
I'm 50-50 for the finals. I'm just not taking anyone. I just think my prediction is it will come down to the last possession. Okay, that's my prediction. So it will be like, one shot will decide the entire tournament. That's from my perspective.
Okay, I like it. It's bold. Germany are the very, very slight favorites here. I've seen them at -1. I've seen them at -1.5, but it is pretty damn close to
it's a sharp line because, as I said, like it will come down to 1 to 2 possessions.
Yes.
The last, and that will be just like who will take over, Bogi or Schroeder or France, and who will make it. Like big balls, big balls.
Right.
I think we get.
Okay, I'm excited. I mean, I haven't given FIBA tournaments the respect in the past. I certainly will after this because there have been some outstanding games, particularly that Germany-USA game today was exceptional. One of the best games I've seen in a very, very long time. Let's go to the chat for the final time here. Appreciate everybody's been tuning in throughout the FIBA World Cup. Badger Boy, who watched a ton of the streams from last season as well in the NBA, ready for the NBA season. Hopefully ride the success in there. So far, up 3.5 units on the plays in this tournament so far. So we're guaranteed to have a profitable tournament, but we want to get a little bit more from these last 2 plays. And finally, we also have Sean Glenn here with another super chat, the third one of the tournament here. I'll read it out. Appreciate the take on Seals. Betting Olynyk under 1.5 blocks. It's high.
1.5 for Kelly. That's very high, and that's probably a good bet. Even though if you get, what's the number on this? I need to look around for this. I can't believe the line is 1.5. Like that's
right. Pretty high. He may not play. He should play a. I don't know, because Canada can go small against the U.S. because they're going small tournament.
He's on the BetMGM. He's -200 for under 0.5.
-150 on 1.5.
Where?
Yeah, what book? Because that's actually a pretty sharp rate. If it's only 50 cents difference to go up a full block for Kelly Olynyk, who's usually not even in the paint, that's pretty good. Badger says Canada. Yeah, this is a rare actually U.S. versus Canada game. So we got the chat. Most of the chat, I would say, representing the United States against myself as in Canada. We'll see. We'll give Sean a minute here. Bet Rivers. So any Canby books, Bet Rivers, Sugar House, Unibet. What are the other ones I'm blanking on? North Star if you're in Canada. Canby, Sugar House books. That one, it's actually minus 155, but still actually pretty good.
I'll advise you all to bet this. Whoever can get this.
Okay. Shout out to Sean Glenn for a late addition into this one to go with Kelly Olynyk under 1.5 blocks. But the final official plays that we have for the show are right here. Luigi Datome in his potential final appearance at the FIBA World Cup for Italy, or maybe final appearance for Italy in general. Regardless, over 8.5 points for him, plus 100 at BetMGM. This one was off the board quickly after we put it up, but look out for Datome lines. Pips expecting a monster game for Datome, so even if it's in like 10 points, go over that. And for Canada, Lou Dort under 8.5 points, minus 135 BetMGM. Not as much flexibility there. Look out for if you can get minus 140 or better on that one as we progress towards that game, which is on Sunday. I'm sure more books will have that one available as well. But again, we appreciate everybody who has been tuning into all of the shows. Shout out Pips for suggesting that we do this. It's been a blast covering this tournament. We are going to be back for the NBA season. Hopefully have a little bit of content along the way. We'll be previewing the NBA season, providing maybe some futures looks for the NBA season. And then we'll be doing our daily show where we go live every morning for NBA player props, just like we're doing for the FIBA World Cup, except it'll be a daily. It won't be the 2-3 times a week. Every single day, we're out here hustling and helping you guys out. But we do it because of all the support that we get. So thank you, everybody. Pips, I'll give you the final word to the viewers here. And as well, because final line aren't up, if you want any more lines, go visit Pips on Twitter because he'll be posting some stuff as well for that.
Just great introduction for the NBA season. We obviously had some good winners. Yeah, I just enjoyed the finals. Won't have much betting there, and yeah, like let's end up on with some winners. And
all right,
subscribe, and be ready for the NBA content.
Thank you again, everybody. We'll see you again very, very soon.